Oh, Agamemnon, you slay me, sir. Can't wait to see how your journey ends. Hello there, dear viewer. My name is William, and welcome to Black Lodge Wrestling. Now, it is no secret that I've missed the last couple of weeks, but it is a little hard to keep doing this as a weekly thing with school and work and other stuff, and on top of some light reading. But now I'm finally ready to catch up and see all that I've been missing in the world of sports entertainment. Let's take a look.
Go! Strowman! Oh my God! And now his own power! Northern Lights! Whoa! Rolls through and again! Another one! Into the cover here on Tomato! Strowman got it!
Pack a lunch this Sunday because,
Wait a minute! The New Day!
At No Mercy, consider me like a drug test, Holmes. You ain't getting past me.
Suplex City, bitch.
Godzilla! They will tell you you look like Pikachu is having a seizure.
I am definitely this time going to call in the police.
Sin City SmackDown is definitely living up to its name. Now, please welcome my guest, Rusev. Rusev.
Let's just jump right into it. After the slightly above average pay-per-view that was No Mercy, let's see where all of our key players are headed into, starting with the big dog. This is my yard now. I'm not a bad guy, I'm not a good guy, I'm the dog. Oh!
Ladies and gentlemen, get up out of your seats and please welcome my guest at this time, Roman Reigns!
Well, fuck me, wouldn't you know it? People aren't universally in love with him yet. I don't get it. He beat Cena with one spear, I guess two if you count this one, and he kicked out of one AA, a super AA, and that rolly double AA thing he does every now and then that no one ever kicks out of. I mean, Cena raised his arm and everything, and they hugged, and did I mention that he took the torch?
If there is this mythical torch that lights fire to the WWE Universe, tonight you saw Roman Reigns step up and take it. And that's what you do. It isn't passed, it's taken.
Why is this heavy-handedness not working on everyone? What else can we do?
Rollins and Ambrose. I gotta be honest, guys, it's cool to see this.
Oh, I get it. Eureka! Reminder, try to trademark Eureka. The answer has been staring at me this whole time. I'll just have him single-handedly beat Ambrose and Rollins in a 2-on-1 handicap match. Yeah! Fine, we'll do the full reunion that you guys seem to want.
And I know this is another plain attempt at trying to get this guy over, but for now I'll see where the nostalgia train leads to. Speaking of nostalgia, mine turned into utter melancholy when I was at the Staples Center this Sunday. Especially after I saw this interview.
This is the building that I won my first world championship in WrestleMania. Sitting there tonight, it was like, honestly, it felt like a giant burden had been lifted off of my shoulders in the best way possible. I'm 40 years old, and I have 15 years of track experience here in the WWE. I don't know if I can keep going at the pace that I've been going. It was a very emotional night.
Yeah.
Having done a lot of these and having been in a lot of situations and being in the same building where I jumped in the crowd after I won my first championship, it's cool. Transition is tough, but it's wonderful. It's beautiful.
Now, I could sit here and pretend that I'm glad that Cena's finally gone and he's gonna stop burying people all the time and whatnot to try and gain some smart geek cred on the internet or something. But the truth is that that WrestleMania that he was talking about, that was actually the first WrestleMania I ever saw. And that was the coolest moment ever when Cena won the title for me as a young kid who was just getting into wrestling. I was the markiest kid when it came to Cena. I watched the Marine with my dad. I used to buy those stupid sweatbands with the chain gang thing. So it is a little like kind of letting go of that part of my childhood. It's not like Cena's been around that much lately anyway, but he's always been like, I can do everything at the same time, boy. I'm John Cena, recognized. And now he's like, I'm 40 years old. My body hurts. I need a break, Vince. And hearing him acknowledge it, it felt like the end of an era. No, not that end of an era. It's a common phrase, you guys. Come on, just... So try and take it easy, Cena, because God knows you deserve it. That was fucking lame.
Not gone, but things are changing for me, and I just couldn't be more appreciative for everybody who's ever torn a ticket and sat down and been entertained, and we'll go from there.
But who has time for melancholy when disappointment is looming just around the corner? No, I'm not talking about that match, though we will get into it. I'm talking about this match. A weird phenomenon happens when you're in a crowd with a bunch of strangers. It's almost like you can tell what everyone else is thinking. And I could just tell that everyone went into this match with expectations of this. Of course, it helps when everyone in the arena is chanting, "We want tables," including myself. But it's not just me, right? Everyone was expecting more out of this. Fine, let's say this never happened. Even if I went into this match with zero expectations, even by those standards, this match was pretty lame. Hell, the match between Braun and Ambrose this week was 10 times better in my opinion. And even the Kurt Hawkins beatdown had more OMG moments than this anticlimax. You know what? Forget what I said. It happened. I can't just pretend like it never happened because it was a huge part of the story going into this match. The story of this feud was, Braun had been making Brock look like a bitch for weeks, and it was all leading up to this match at No Mercy, where Brock would finally get the chance to try and return the favor. I mean, I may have misread the whole story, I am a simple community college student after all, but then again, what was all of this about?
Brock Lesnar understands, Braun Strowman, that he's going to have to beat you within an inch of your life to fend off the challenge.
Braun, I want to thank you. I want to thank you for backing me into this corner. It's when I'm at my best. I'll see you Sunday.
The whole thing was just a huge letdown. One thing that wasn't a letdown was the tag team titles match. God, I'm just on fire with these fucking segues. Wow, that alone was worth going bankrupt in order to pay for my ticket. Wait, what am I saying? What have I done? Say what you will about the poor build up to this match, but this match was a blast. I especially loved the Kenny Omega bit, and that false finish made me jump right out of my seat. It was awesome. And I know I said I was looking forward to a full Shield reunion earlier, but I'm really enjoying this Seth Dean dynamic. Let's just hope Roman doesn't fuck it up like he already fucked up my childhood. Or like they fucked up Bayley's push. Another incredible segue, are you kidding me? Mamma mia! With her absence, you know, they say absence makes the heart grow fonder. So, you know, maybe she comes back in a few weeks, few months, and it could be like a clean start for her. Boy, I sure ate my words, didn't I? And what is going on with Emma's theme song? They did a weird thing to it at No Mercy, and I said to myself, now, William, maybe it plays better on TV. Nah, it is as fucking lame as I thought it was. I could talk about lame theme songs all day long. It is my favorite subject in the whole world. But right now, I'd rather move on to my boy, Finn Balor, who finally defeated Bray Wyatt since that whole demon getup. And just as in SummerSlam, the most interesting part of this match was Finn Balor's outfit. But I'm just glad this fucking feud is finally over. Finn Balor is ready to chase the Universal title. Goldust is a heel now, again after being a babyface for like, what, 2 weeks? And it looks like everything is right in the world of... Before we look at the main event, I just want to briefly talk about Jason Jordan. Something happened that Sunday. I've been currently enjoying his in-ring performance, but something happened that Sunday. I couldn't help myself. I just started booing him like everyone else in the building. I guess what it all comes down to is this. I don't want to see him take the title away from The Miz. I don't care about this soap opera shit. And this post-match interview didn't do him any favors either. But moving on, finally, time for the main event. Enzo Amore. Oh, you better believe that just like every other smark out there, this was my reaction on Sunday. And when Enzo came out for his celebration on Monday, this was my reaction. But my oh my, if that wasn't an incredible double turn. And I think what made it work for me was the slow realization that that's what was happening. It's not like Enzo was being any more annoying than his usual self, at least at the start. But then he started running on the crowd, he started disrespecting the rest of the cruiserweights, and it was brilliant. My only concern was that people weren't really turning on Enzo that much, even after all the shit he was talking. And they didn't really cheer on Neville as much as I would have liked them to when he started being down on Enzo. But other than that, I really liked Neville's sacrifice. The whole thing. I loved how Enzo was holding his contract thingy saying, "If you touch me, bro, say goodbye to this title." And Neville, like a fucking badass babyface, he's like, "I don't give a shit about your contract, boy. You've disrespected these fine gentlemen. Eat shit." And bam! He stood up for his division. And they all had his back, kinda. I mean, they didn't do shit, but it was genuinely beautiful. Honestly, this whole segment was top notch, and I'm not even kidding, without any sense of irony or sarcasm. It genuinely made me want to tune into 205 Live. As the time of this recording, I haven't watched it yet, but I might do it. I really might. I just hope that this really was a double turn, because, I mean, God knows I've been duped before.
No, he's not gonna do it!
Stop me if you've heard this one. For the last few weeks, Heel Guy has been coming out and doing annoying / boring shit in front of thousands of people who literally pay their hard-earned money to attend these fucking shows. Despite poor reception from said paying customers, we've gone the same segment over and over again, to the point where I keep praying for Karen to take me to the other side. Yes, I've been on a great technology kick as of late, if you can tell. Until finally, this week, Babyface Man came out to stop this nonsense, and though he got a big reaction from the crowd, in your heart it was already too little, too late. SmackDown fucking sucks right now. Every now and then they give us pay-per-view matches on free TV to try and appease us, but those are just band-aids. They don't fix the problems. The show, the feuds, and the stories are just all in general terrible. But don't take my word for it. Here are the highlights from this week's episode. Ty lost via counter to a dumpster fire. The Usos went up against Who Cares and Who Gives a Shit. Rusev had a celebration that started off as amusing but went on for a little too long. Charlotte went up against Carmella in a zero stakes boring match. That Titantron thing was awful. I mean, what is this, a fucking cartoon for kids? And this match ended in a no contest. Fine, if I had to say some nice things about this show this week, I'd say I'm glad that Ty has gotten the chance to be on TV for like 5 weeks in a row. I really like Sami Zayn's promo on Kevin Owens. The New Day's announcement was very exciting. Bobby Roode as a babyface kind of worked this week, and I'm kind of willing to give it a chance. But here's my one biggest gripe. The biggest feud we've got going right now, it's Kevin Owens versus Shane McMahon. That's the main event for Hell in a Cell. I'm not saying it's going to be a bad match or anything, but Shane McMahon, main eventer. That shouldn't be the main event. That should be a really good mid-card feud. You know, something to hold your interest before the real main event. It should be like, you know, like, oh, that match was really good, but hey, what's that over there? It's the real main event. It's time for the main event where AJ Styles with the WWE title is going up against fucking Randy Orton, who's a heel. And why shouldn't he be a heel? He's a heel. Or maybe Bobby Roode, he's also a heel. I don't know why he'd be anything else in an alternate universe maybe. But in the reality where everything makes sense, they're both heels. And we get interesting and quality TV every week. And this is the perfect world to live in. I wouldn't change it for any other thing. What a shit show. I'm done for this week. Guys, thank you for watching. Don't be surprised if I take another 2-3 weeks hiatus. I'm done. See you later, nerds. Oh, I gotta censor that now.